the essence of authenticity. So today is part 3. Okay, today is part 3 and also 15th of 5, 2025. Okay, so we have to look at from struggle to success, an unfiltered, authentic story. Okay, from struggle to success and success, an unfiltered, authentic story. Okay, so we have about 5 outlines. So we told us the first outline for entrepreneurs is context for the concept. Okay, the second outline, God of authenticity. The third one, loving yourself is a commandment and not a suggestion and not a good idea. Agreeing with God as an entrepreneur. Okay, the last one but not the least, our self-image. Okay, so he started the class by telling us that authenticity is about aligning with God's will for your life, being who God made you to be, not what the culture or society shaped you to be. God does not bless the edited version of yourself. He blesses the original version of yourself. Embracing your difference is essential to fulfilling your destiny. Self-love is not selfish. It's obedience to God's command to love as He loves. So a revelation of your true identity is the beginning of your transformation. So once you have a revelation of who you are, God, who God made you to be, and your essence of being alive on earth at this time of life. So that is the transformation start. When you see the glory in the mirror, others too will see the glory in you. So if you don't see the glory in the mirror, nobody will see the glory in you. So, and the authenticity comes from a Greek word called authenticos, which simply means to be original, to be genuine, to be authoritative. So it derives from 2 words, authors and hates. Authors means self. Hate means doing or being. That is, you're doing self or being self. So it implies that you are the author of one's action. So authenticity is a state of being true to one's original design, core identity, and God intended nature without pretending and performing, which is the essence of your authenticity. So you can become God's original design. And looking at it, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. God took time to handcraft you and not a product of, it's not a mass production. So you're not a product of mass production. So you are actually handcrafted by God. So you are God's masterpiece and not a copy. So we are His workmanship created in Christ Jesus for good works. So our vessel is meant unto good works. So we are God's masterpiece because we are piece of the master. So a piece of God is in us. We are not trying to win anyone approval, because if we do, we are trying to please people and will not become servants of God, meaning that we prioritize authenticity. Authenticity prioritize God's approval over people's applause. So embracing your authentic self is an act of stewardship of God's grace. So actually, to be authentic means to be genuine, real, true, original, and root of integrity. And if you are not authentic, you are fake, you are false, you are counterfeit, artificial, insincere, fabricated, deceptive, hypocrite, fraudulent, and it's not good. So you were born original and not to die a photocopy, not to die a copy. So God only anoints the authentic of yourself. So He actually created man and He formed man and breathed into man. So that man He created, He has really blessed that man. But the only challenge is that man is actually created fundamentally, we are spiritual in essence. A man is formed from 2 things, biologically and psychologically. So we discussed that yesterday. The real you is spiritual. God likes, God like and reflect the nature of God and the character of God. That is the real you. So the reason why your real you is struggling to manifest on earth is because everything on earth takes time, and the biological part of man is always struggling because of the psychological part of man that is formed through environment, through training, through exposure to our our quality of information we receive. So for a man to actually experience a true transformation, his mind must change, his transformation must take place, the stronghold in his imagination. So man's creation is fundamentally spiritual, and man formation is fundamentally biological and psychological. We discussed this yesterday. We went to loving yourself. Okay, we have really done some revision on context for the concept of 22. So we went to loving yourself. He said loving yourself you have to, is a command, because the Bible says you should love your neighbor as you love yourself. That means you have to start from yourself. So begin with connecting with your true love, with your true core essence, and not your ego. Discover who you are by principles and not just by personality. So loving yourself is not about perfecting your personality, it's about transcending it. So loving yourself is not a suggestion, it's not a good idea, it's not an opportunity, it's not a rather, it's not even a good character. It means it's not even the goal, but it's your greatest commandment, because the Bible says that it says that we should love God and of course and love our neighbor as ourselves. That means among these two that all the prophets and the laws hang upon. So if you actually obey those two. So yesterday we discussed so much, and we went to, we also start today from agreeing with God as an entrepreneur. That's what we stopped yesterday. Yes or yes? Okay, so I said that we must agree with God concerning our values and identity. Did we write that one yesterday? Okay, let's write that from there. Let's start from there. Agreeing with God about your what? Agreeing with God as an entrepreneur about your what? So if you don't agree with God about your what, you end up take up the suggestions and opinion of other people around you. So the first thing you need to write there is that you must agree with God concerning two things: values and identity. You have to agree with God concerning your values and your identity. What you're not ready to negotiate anything for, we call them core values. You don't want to negotiate anything for. So I'm strong, I'm excellent, I have integrity, I study. So there's so many things you have to stand for, because if you don't stand for something, you fall for everything. So you must agree with God concerning two things: what and what? Values and what? Identity. Why must you agree with God? Because if you don't agree with God, definitely you agree for some other thing. Just saying that he that fails to plan to fail. So if you say you don't agree with God, then you're agreeing on some other thing. So you must agree with God concerning your values and identity. So I want to also say, I've already read this, but we'll do it again. In Psalm 139, verse 40. Psalm 139. Is it 14? Yes, 14. 139 verse 14, it says, I praise you, Almighty, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. So you should know that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Fearfully means that everything that's supposed to be fear is supposed to fear you, because you are actually, I tell you something, then the devil is never your problem. Even witches and wizards is not your problem. If you know who you are, if you are aligned with this, because waking up in the morning is one of the worst things that the enemy doesn't want to see and experience. So when you are even sleeping, you are actually your aura, your magnetic frequency you are generating. Darkness cannot even comprehend it. Just by accepting that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, fear will disappear, because God has not actually given us the spirit of fear, but of sound mind. So when you don't agree with God's identity, something happens. So it leads to low self-esteem, which is the mother of dysfunction. Low self-esteem is the mother of what? Dysfunction. And it clouds your vision and stiffens your ambition. So if you don't agree with that, actually greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. That actually you are the light of the world, you are the salt of the earth. Everything good, positive God said about you, accept it, because that is who you are. If you accept your identity, you will not be in identity crisis. So identity, I said it last time, it means three things. Number one, it means self-concept. Self-concept, the way you think about yourself. Number two, it means self-image. Self-image. So that the way you see yourself. And number three, self-esteem. Self-esteem. Let me write again. I say, when I talk about identity, I'm talking about three things. Number one, I mean self-concept. Self-concept. Self-concept is the way you think about yourself. Very, very important. Very, very important. Number two is called of course, image. Image. The way you see yourself. And the last one is called self-esteem. Self-esteem. So that means the way you estimate yourself, your self-worth, your self-worth, the way you estimate yourself, the way you value yourself, the way you carry yourself, the way you move, the way you talk, the way you talk about yourself. The way you talk about yourself. So it's very, very good that you sit down and have a positive thought about yourself, because when you create a mental picture about yourself, it's very, very powerful. And because we are all self-fulfilling prophecy, the way God works is that he put that man in us. That when he formed man out of the earth, he breathed the breath of life. That breath of life is actually was a person that will actually transport the invisible to the visible. So you are the one that will move the ideas to, right? So whatever picture you hold on your mind so strong, the result is that it will print out in the physical life. So that means you should mind the picture you hold about yourself, because that picture you hold about yourself will definitely manifest in the words of your mouth. And that's the Bible says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. And once your words affirm the picture in your mind, forget about it. Your actions will follow suit. But if your picture contradicts, the words contradict the picture in your mind, you're in conflict. That's why I said a man that's a double-minded man. A double-minded man is that whatever he's thinking and whatever he's saying and what he's doing, the same different thing. So you cannot, but you can have a positive thought about yourself. Sit down, and you can never have a positive thought if you don't write it down, because we are social creatures. We learn faster by observation. So you need to sit down first, carry pen and paper, define yourself. When you define yourself, you need to have, you can close your eyes now, you can clearly picture it, because once you are writing, your hand is involved, your eyes involved, every part of your body is involved, and that is where true transformation takes place. True transformation takes place because we are the architects of our success in life. So that's you have to define yourself based on what God says who you are. That is your true authentic nature. That is the essence of your of course your authenticity, is that you're not defining yourself based on your circumstances, not because of what you are passing through. You're not talking about negative things around you, not because society have, of course, opinion about yourself, not the opinion, the negative opinion of your neighbor. So that is why, if you define yourself with your true nature, that you are more than enough, you are strong, you are healthy, you can create, you are a creator, you will find out that life will come easy. Because even when you define yourself and you behold the book of life as a mirror, you'll be transformed. Because the more at the entrance of light giveth understanding, the more you spend time about who God say you are, the more powerful, the more the real you come out, and you become unstoppable. Tell your neighbor, I'm unstoppable. Touch your say, I'm a success. Touch say, I'm a millionaire. I'll tell you one funny story. It happens in Numbers 13, verse 33. Numbers 13, verse 33. Numbers 13, verse 33. The story was the case of the children of Israel when they went to spy the promised land. When Moses sent some spies, including Caleb and Joshua, they came back with the report and they said that we were like grasshopper in our own sight. Imagine what they were saying. We were grasshopper in our own sight, and so we were in their sight. Imagine. How can you look yourself and say we are like grasshopper in our own sight, and so we were in their own sight? Who told you? But they value themselves low. They were thinking of themselves like grasshopper. Not that they can't confess them with their mouth. How will you look yourself and say, we poor masses, we are broke, my partner don't get money, nobody get money, nobody's helping me, all my things are bad, nothing is working for me. How you go talk that kind of thing about yourself? It shows that you don't know your authentic nature. You don't know who you are. The day you find out your identity, you start thinking like that. Now look at what happened. Two men came out with a good report, Joshua and Caleb. And finally, they are the one that made it to the promised land. The rest, they finished them there in the wilderness. They did not even see it. Why? Because of their report. So most entrepreneurs we see who are struggling financially is because they don't agree with God. That is why they're struggling. You see, entrepreneurs improve the value of things. You see these guys, they do carpentry work very well. You look at their executive chairs, their furnitures, their work is so excellent. But they're still struggling financially. They're still struggling to relate with people because they don't even understand that apart from improving things, you need to align with God with the words of your mouth. They say, hey, since last week, I never make one sell. Market is bad. Market is dull. Who told the market is dull? Market is never dull. The fact is that you have not just positioned yourself with the right set of people. People are always looking for product to buy. As far as that product can solve problem for somebody, I told you value is anything that is useful to someone else other than you. So once you get something that is useful to someone else, the only thing you need to do is to transact and not transact. It's called business. So the day you know that, oh, I am the image of God, you need to learn. I told you that you can never manifest the true nature of who God says you are without learning. Say not learning. I will repeat myself again. I told you, I repeated it yesterday, I will repeat again today. That God created three things in Genesis. Now, one, He created the creation. Say not creation. He said, let there be light, let there be firmament, let there be this. There was. Number two, He created the creatures. They are not creatures. He said, let the earth bring forth His kind. Let the water bring forth His kind. Let this one bring forth His kind. Number three, He created the creator. They are not creator. He said, let us create man in our image. They are not image. And likeness. They are not likeness. So the image of God is natural. They are not natural. The likeness of God comes through teaching. They are not teaching. tenure training, tenure mentoring. To act like God. Say, I'm a creator. So they don't know that words are not just sound. Words, of course, can create, but what can destroy. Last time I told you that don't let the words of your mouth destroy the works of your hand. So many entrepreneurs did not agree with God with the words of their mouth. So what happened that they even how they can write text, contact, 80 contact, and they will tell you, what if nobody say yes? What if I don't succeed? This time thing, they work for me. I don't even understand. I'm so afraid of this marriage. I'm so afraid of this family. I'm so afraid of this business. I'm not sure it will work for me. There is fear, they fear. I don't understand. How you will carry fear, come they fear. I don't understand. You are fearfully made, wonderfully and fearfully made in the book of Psalms 130. So you carry fear for body, come they fear. If that's the case, I just watched yesterday. I was just checking some things online. I saw this small masquerade in Anambra State that they normally use cane to flop. If around Oka, Navy side, there is this particular festival they normally carry cane. So this particular man was surrounded with this masquerade, about 5 of them, small children with cane to flog him. The man just look at them and say, una no know say I dey find una sins. Una no know say I wanted to make money like that our neighbor where did that junction. So I went to Baba. Baba said I should look for masquerade. That any masquerade I see, I should carry this thing now and touch the masquerade. So this masquerade will just be mad for 3 days so that he can become rich and wealthy. As the guy deep in his pocket, all the 5 masquerade, they ran away. So how can masquerade be very Babalawo spirit again or whatever? So and he was pursuing them. They were shouting, I beg you, masquerade come out in something they throw away for road. You don't want to die. You don't want to be mad for 3 days. What am I trying to say? How you wake carry fear, can't they feel fear? So because you don't know who you are, if you want to function very well, you need to spend time. Even okay, let me tell you something. Most of us in Akwa Ibom, we are Christians, right? We have very few Muslims that are from Akwa Ibom minds, right? So we can see that even the Bible that God told us that even Christ was going to the temple at the age 12. He was studying. Even that nearby books understood that the children of Israel should be out of captivity 300 years ago. By books, he had the spirit of excellence. Learning is a rare habit. What did I say? So they went and they wrong identity on themselves. Wrong identity that we are like grasshopper in our own sight. How can you look yourself and say we are grasshopper? No, it's very, very wrong. Write it on your note, very important. How you see yourself, comma, speak about yourself, comma, deal with yourself. How you see yourself, comma, speak about yourself, comma, deal with yourself, comma, becomes how others treat you. How you see yourself, comma, speak about yourself, comma, deal with yourself, comma, becomes how others treat you. You want people to treat you well? Talk about yourself well, deal with yourself well, dress with yourself well. How you see yourself, speak about yourself, deal with yourself, becomes how others treat you. People are not treating you well, my brother, you are not treating yourself well. People are insulting you left, right, center, my brother, you are insulting yourself left, right, center. You don't respect yourself. How you see yourself, speak about yourself, deal with yourself, becomes how others treat you. Once you know that my vessel is unto honor, and I will not stand in front of mere men, I will stand in front of king. I'll be diligent in what I do. I am the light, I'm not the tail. I'm not darkness, I'm the head, I'm not the tail. Once you begin to speak yourself like this, your life, you determine how others people will treat you. So people treat you the way you treat yourself. People see you the way you see yourself. If you say you are broken poor, that's how people will see you. You'll be so shocked. And it will confirm with the image and the picture of your words of your mouth. If it's like, I said it now, I'm not handsome enough, I'm too short, I'm too tall, my stomach is big, my head is big, my this. In fact, you'll be thinking that God made a mistake when he was creating you. God never made a mistake when he was creating you. That's your uniqueness is what makes you different. And that's your difference was to make you outstanding and different and make you attract the quality of result you want. I'll give another example. And one of my mentors was talking, he said that like you walk into any car, somebody wants to give you a ride or something. As you walk in there, you see biscuit wrap, you see the dirty thing, the car is unkept, you see orange peels and what happens that you see your hand dipping in your pocket to bring chewing gum. You want to chew and also drop and add your own. In fact, you can even bring you because the place is unkept, so you are not even afford that. You can even it's already dirty, so it's not because now you see I'm like that. But you walk into any car, like my kind of car, everywhere clean. Because when I like wind down my glasses, I like to wind everything up. So I don't want to see dust. AC 247 if I enter that car. So if you say we're clean, Even though even come out biscuit chop, it go tire you because everywhere clean now, some now. Yes or yes? It's packing clean because the way you keep your house will just how other to keep you. If you come, if you actually go to any house that everywhere is dirty, you too no go mind. You carry your shoe, walk inside the house. But if you go everywhere clean and you yourself, okay? I used to say this story. I was serving Oka, my wife was serving Onitsha. So I was back A, she was back C. So one of these NYC training we normally do at Igwe's Palace at Upper Iweka out in Onitsha. So I went for the training. So finally we were sent to the lodge. So me now I did not know that when you want to, she arranged her shoe one side, we other copper. So me now I can't come on my own for the front. Now so she shout from one side, who be that? Who be that? Why they see where people they arrange their shoe? They see I can't say, hey, this one. Now this one I need because me have the area scatter. Then area scatter. Yeah, people arrange me like this. What am I trying to say? If you go to anywhere that's arranged, you finally understand that what unconsciously you start moving the same way. If somebody comes to your life and you are just area scatter, no worry. The get you scatter the more. So not that everybody is scattering my life for me because your life not scatter already, nothing remain. Yes or yes? So you have to package your life. Package. As an entrepreneur, mind the words you speak about yourself, mind how you deal with yourself because it's going to reflect on how others will treat you. So don't expect others to do to you what you cannot do to yourself. Don't expect others to treat you well when you cannot treat yourself well. In fact, Paul said something, he said, for he who spared not his only son and gave him up all for us, he shall not withhold anything from us. He shall freely give us all things. All things. So I keep telling you, you don't have a problem of whether God is blessing you or not. You're already blessed. All you need to do is accept. Accept. People find it difficult to accept the identity that God gave them because they don't even accept themselves. They don't even know that there's something in you that the world is waiting for. So don't just write down your note. Very, very important. Don't just be worthy. Don't just be worthy of cross redemption. Don't just be worthy of cross redemption gift. Also be worthy of health, prosperity, and yielding to God's plan and purpose for your life. Don't just be worthy of the cross redemption gift. Also be worthy of good health, prosperity, and yielding to God's plan and purpose for your life. And yielding to God's plan and purpose for your life. Don't just be worthy of God's redemption gift. Also be worthy of good health, prosperity, and yielding to God's plan and purpose for your life. Both of us can do that. Say, I just want the cross. Oh, rugged cross, I accept you. But in terms of prosperity, God, I don't want them. I want the select cross only. No. As you don't accept Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, also accept every package that comes with salvation: good health, prosperity, sound mind, love, peace, kindness. Don't just be worthy of the cross redemption gift. So also be worthy of having good health, prosperity, and yielding to God's plan and purpose for your life. Many entrepreneurs say, "Me, I don't just want plenty." So if you say you don't want, and you will not have it now. After all, life and death was presented before you. You choose. So you want to choose something based on your identity. Touch yourself, say, I'm more than enough. Because it's going to reflect on your life. Whatever your mind accepts, your subconscious mind accepts, you have a clear picture about it. If you hold this story long enough, it will manifest, it will print out in your life. Then your thoughts are things. Then your thoughts have presence. But thinking have presence. You cannot be wealthier than your thinking. I've been saying that wealth never exceeds personal development. So it's not about your entrepreneur, you're a businessman, you're an investor, but you're thinking about investment is low, you're thinking about business is low. You don't want to believe that if somebody deserves to employ 100 staff, 200 staff, 5,000 staff, that you are the one. You don't want to believe that if somebody deserves to build hospital and give free medical care, you are the one. You don't ever be, you just say, me, I not just want plenty. I just want 2 cars, just 3 cars, small cows, small wives, small children, small things, small job. That mindset is wrong. Because don't just say, why didn't you just say, at the cross of Calvary, God, I beg that salvation, cut and small. Give me 10% salvation. Why you accept all? Why you not accept 10%? Because you know deep down that you need this inner peace that surpasses all understanding as an entrepreneur. In the marketplace, you want to succeed in your family, in your business. So your identity must be very strong. Having and agreeing with God as what God said about you. Let every man be a liar. Let God be true. Tell your neighbor. Let every man be a liar. And let God be true. Let's do the last outline, which is where I'm going to today. Let's put the icing on the cake. Self-image. I don't need to talk about this self-image already. So, but we're going to actually take us a little bit down. So self-image, bracket to put moving from wrong image about yourself to the image that God gave to you. Moving from the wrong image about yourself to the image that God gave to you. That will actually lead me. God, I will give you some things to write here. But before I give you that, that will take me to what I was what I was saying yesterday. And I told us something very important, and I'll start to repeat it again today. But I told you that in Genesis, let me try and see. This my blue marker will help us. In Genesis 1:27, that God created man. Then not created man in his image and what? Likeness. That's what God did in Genesis 1. So not the day he created man, was the day he formed man. So God actually went down to Genesis 2, verse 7. And the scripture says he formed man out of the dust of the earth. That means the man he created is spirit. Say not spirit. That's the man he created. And the man he formed is totally physical, biological. Say not physical. He physically came to form man, biologically form man. That is why everything that has to do with man, for this body, this sand, this container, who they carry. The container like everything that come from sand. Pawpaw, banana, pineapple, anything where come from sand, the guy like them. Anything where come from this earth, the guy like them. Anything where chop things, where, like chicken, where they eat all these things, he like and they eat corn. So this man, so actually he formed man. After he must have created man, the man's spiritual essence, the man that has no limitation. The limitation we have is actually our psychological limitation, because that's the weapon of our warfare, the consciousness of man, the five senses of man. It's not what is limiting man from exploring his potential because of fear of judgment, fear of failure, fear of death, fear of people's opinion. Fear has crippled men down. So you can see, because of that wrong image of psychological values, societal values on you, glass ceiling on your life, makes you, before you can say, I don't know what they will say now. They will start calling me names, and you're afraid of it. Man, I'll tell you something. If you look at those things, if you keep looking at your environment, you are not going to make it in life. Because environments are full of bullies, people that want to talk you down on you, want to press you down, want to give you a wrong image about yourself other than what God gave to you. If you carry that wrong image, wrong identity about yourself, my brother, you end up becoming people's pleaser. You end up pleasing people all your life. And remember, even if you sell long life and prosperity, nobody will buy it. Not everybody will buy it. Yes or yes? No matter how much you please the world, even Christ was not able to please the world. So leave people pleasing first. There are core values you need to align with yourself. Touch your sister, I'm a success. And you need to know that what will fulfill you, most importantly, may not actually be what other people will appreciate at the first. Because your subjective experience are different from your objective experience. Someone might have the same objective experience, born broke, born poor, environmental, but the same experience inwardly. What will fulfill you, because you're a piece of the master. A piece of you will fit into the world society and make the world a better place, because you're a solution to someone, a solution to a nation, a solution to, of course, a country. Tell them, I'm a solution. I am a solution. So the image you need to carry is not the main image that was formed. Leave that one. Sometimes the image that was formed, sometimes you came out with big head, big eyeballs. So please stop defining yourself with your eyeballs. Define yourself with the spiritual. I told you, creation happens in the mind. There's happen in the mind of God. You create with your mind. Tell no mind. It's called imagination. Tell no imagination. So imagination simply means an image nation. Tell no image nation. It means a picture nation. Tell no picture nation. So God pictured a man in his mind. And that picture, he did what they call mental arrangement of thought. What else is called? Mental arrangement of thought. God was mentally arranging thoughts of sequential arrangement of events that will take place before the formation. So that means, you sit down, how do I even know that how God behaved? Let me tell you now. In Genesis 1 verse 1, he said that the earth was without void, the darkness was what they eat, face of the earth, and the spirit of the Lord hovers. So no hover. Hovering means calculating, permutating, doing the mathematics hovering. And what that hovering, he said, what that thing, fowl do to eggs. You normally incubate the eggs by sitting on the egg for some. The eggs will generate heat, and the formation of life will take place. That's what happened. And God said, let there be light. And there was what? Light. And he said, he saw and he said it was good. So that means tell them, I am good. I am good. When God created you, he said everything he created was good, was perfect. But the challenge was that, he needed to form man to have this essence on the physical. So we are spiritual in essence. Tell them, I'm a spiritual in essence. I am a spiritual in essence. So the way I want you to define yourself, don't define yourself based on biological. Don't define yourself based on circumstances. Define yourself based on the spiritual essence of who you are. So that will make you to actually agree with the word of God about your life and stick to the things that hold you back. So even though there's a casting down, you always say there's a lifting up. They're not lifting up. Even when others could not succeed, they know I will succeed. Because you have divinity living inside of you. Most entrepreneurs, I see them in you, I see them everywhere. They are very good. They are very, very good in their work. Tailors, carpenter, mechanics, they are very good, but they are broke. They are struggling. When I begin to have a conversation with them, I know that the words of their mouth is contradicting the image of God. So they have value, they can transact, but they allow the words of their mouth destroy the works of their hand. Because of what they say, the works of hand will become stunted. Even though they are creative, even though they are powerful, but the words of their mouth always destroy them on the ball. The words of your mouth can either build or destroy the works of your hand. Do you? I made this marriage. I don't even know what I'm doing. A useless man, useless woman. I made a mistake. You are using your mouth to destroy what God gave to you. Instead of using your mouth to speak the good things. He said, see, if you don't succeed for marriage, it will be difficult to succeed for business. Because there's no sickness way past emotional sickness. You work out like this, you forget yourself. Because woman don't make you something. Man don't make you, your brain don't live. He make you look like nothing. He talk down, wash you, useless woman. See you, that. You carry that image, the waka. Or your wife doing something for us, will wash you. You know if you function now. You go office, but they'll greet you, say what is good about the money. They go your way, but you can't transfer aggression everywhere. So please, why I'm saying that, use your mouth to say good things about yourself. I repeat and like song. Tell your neighbor again, neighbor. Never say anything negative. About yourself. You don't want to become true. No, sir. I don't get team. This business learning community. Say my team is the highest team. Tell your neighbor. My team is the highest team. Highest influential. So you must say good things about yourself. If you keep saying good things about yourself, over time, you find that people start saying good things about you. Then I want because you use your mouth. See, your mouth was not made for food alone. Say no, my mouth was not made for food alone. Your mouth was used to create your life. Say not create. If God used words to create the world, why can't you use your mouth to create your own world? You are like him. I told you, you are a creator. Say I'm a creator. You use your mouth to create your life. Speak the things you want about yourself. Because you come to this business, you see everything we do to a lot of people, but their vocabulary, the words of their mouth is so negative and wrong. And you're wondering why you're struggling for this leader. You know if he succeed because in words of his mouth, it's not edifying, it's not lifting, it's not inspiring, it's totally down. You know what he will tell you? Oh, okay, I'm telling you about my circumstances. I'm defining myself based on physical, biological. No, now, don't define yourself based on physical, biological, physical circumstances. Define yourself by the way God created, not by the way you are formed. Because information is not actually your true identity. Your true identity is your spiritual essence. The one that God created in Genesis 1 verse 27. All of us are all spirit, but we live in this mortal body. Because spirit cannot work on this earth without body. So you need to take form of a body to be able to manifest on earth. That is why you see, when you remove spirit, body without spirit is dead now. So let me give you some things to write about your self-image. Then a self-image. So the fact that you're looking for something that you don't have yet, it's just a process of time. Everything, I told you about God, how God works. Go and look at agriculture. That's a simple how God works. God wants to plant a seed that will germinate, that will fall to the ground, die and grow down first. Then not down before growing up. All seeds go down first. And the deeper the root, the stronger the tree. You want to grow up without not growing down, my brother. Even this building has a foundation. Yes or yes? Yes. There's a part of the building you cannot see. Tell anyone, there's a part of me you cannot see. So the part of you cannot see is the one that determines the part of you that people can see. How deep and strong you are in with yourself, the way you think, the way you see yourself and yourself what that means. Okay, if I put a foundation of a three-story building and because I'm building, I'd have to change my mind and say no, I want to make it 10. I just add 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? Do you know what I'm building? It's called coffin, tenor coffin. It will break down and collapse because the foundation was never to carry. It was originally designed for 3. So once come to work, go and dip their foundation. So the result of what you experience in the physical life is the result of who you are on the inside. How strong and powerful. See, we live in a world of cause and effect. If you're a positive person inside, your life will be positive. You're a negative person inside, your outer world reflects your inner world. So you cannot come and telling me you want the outer world to change and you don't want the inner world to change. You're like, I want to build a 3-story building on a 3-story building foundation. Or you carry a 12 by 12 idea and put in a 3 by 3 mindset. It will not go work. One of the best way your dream will die untimely death is to tell your dream to small mind. Tell us small mind. They'll tell it's not possible. If I will tell you, can't you see? Your grandfather was poor. Your great grandfather was poor. It's collateral property. They gave it to your father. Can you see it? Definitely, you're going to die poor. So they tell you things like that. They tell you, nobody in this family has ever succeeded. Nobody don't become. This family, we are not good in football. We are not good in music. We are not good in this. We are not good in that. And they give you a wrong self-image based on the things that they see physical. They're not physical. People always define you based on what they see. And that is why, as an entrepreneur, you must have a right, authentic identity about yourself. So you cannot be putting wrong badge on yourself and expect to have a good result. So you sit down and said, I'm who God said I am. I am the head. And let me give you something to write it down. Number one, high self-esteem. Start with high self-esteem. Start with a healthy, God-given concept. High self-esteem. Start with a healthy, God-given self-concept. Full stop. High self-esteem start with a healthy, God-given self-concept. High self-esteem start with a healthy, God-given self-concept. That's what I mean concept. I mean the way you think about yourself. So for you to have a high self-esteem, you start with a healthy, God-given self-concept. It must be God-given concept. Define yourself the way God define you. Essentially in your thoughts. I'm the head, I'm not the tail. I'm the light of the world. I have divinity in me. I'm healthy, I'm strong. Who God says I am. Take those words, define yourself as I am the image and likeness of God. I am like my God. God is a creator. Therefore, I'm a creator. I'll create my life. My family, I'll create. Because you can create the things you want. And that's the truth. Things that you cannot hold that thought long enough in your mind. Any thought that you hold long enough in your mind, it becomes a desire. It's a burning desire. I'll give you 3 steps to manifest anything you want in your life. Have a burning desire. It's a burning desire about anything. Number 2, they have the willingness to learn and follow instructions. It's a willingness to learn and follow quality instructions. And the last one, have the willingness to do the work. It's not do the work. Poor man, no one do that. He go there, he say divine shortcut. It's not shortcut. And wonder why his life is not working. Shortcut cut your life short. So put the work. If you put the work based on the God's given identity about yourself, okay, God's given concept, thinking, the way you think. See, no matter what I want to do about your physical life, I will not change the picture of yourself in your mind. My brother, even if I give you the result, it's a matter of time. The result will reduce to your image. Have you not seen people that win contract of 20 million, 30 million naira, as they finish executing the contract, 8 million remain. And they will start squandering the money until the money remains 550,000 naira. They begin to get sense. They no sense. No matter they want jump up and down. Because the image in their mind now 450. So you put them, I've seen some in my village now. They are still alive. Lower government chairman. When Victor Ota was a governor of Akwa Ibom State, they were lower government chairman. But in my village now, they're riding bicycle. They're not bicycle. Now just opportunity, nepotism or whatever they call it. They just carry them, give them position, chairman. Maybe the chairmanship finish, their life gradually reduce back to who they really are. That means they will never grow themselves. Wealth never exceeds personal development. You can make money fast, but you cannot be wealthy fast. Wealth follow principles and laws governs wealth. Laws govern principles. Laws and principles govern wealth. So if you don't follow the law, you build wealth. You can make money fast, but you cannot build wealth fast. Like I can make money fast. You work for somebody, work, buy shoe, sell clothes. They'll give you money. Now carry somebody, they'll give you money. Carry wheelbarrow, they'll give you money. But wealth must be built. They're not built. It's built on your self-image, based on knowledge, based on laws, based on principles. You don't rush wealth. You take time. Use your money to buy assets. They're not assets. Asset pay your bills. Small. So you won't rush money, make it grow. Go and read the book called Secret. No, the richest man in Babylon. You don't rush money to grow. You take time. So why I tell about things is that I should know that I'm not supposed to fail in life, no matter what happens. It's just to make me stronger. See, how did I put on my notes? I put it like this. So let me look for my phone. I said that your life lessons. Okay, let me look for it. It was yesterday night. I was just reading, and this idea came to my mind. I said, let me drop it on. I said that the blessing of your pain are in the lessons you learn. Write it down. The blessings of your pain, struggles are the lessons you learned. The blessings of your pain, struggles, challenges, whatever you are passing through are the lessons you learned. The blessings of your pain, struggle, challenges, everything that is not good about yourself are the lessons you learn. So you don't want to pass through that pain, find a mentor. Mentorship is a legal shortcut to success. If you stand on the shoulder of mentor, you will see far. The blessings of your pains, struggles, poverty, lack, sickness are the lessons you learned. So that when you come out of it, you can use the lessons to teach someone else. Since you know one learn from person, you go learn them by yourself. All learn. See, there are two pains in life: pain of discipline to learn, and pain of regret. Pain of what? Discipline to do what? Learn and apply. Not just learn. And I tell you, the world does not pay you for the knowledge and teachings and mentorship you learn. They pay you for the law, for the teaching and mentorship you apply. Tell not apply. So number one, I said that high self-esteem starts with a healthy God-given self-concept. Number two, your true image comes from revelation of your identity. Your true image comes from revelation of your identity and not just a reflection of what the society says. Your true image comes from the revelation of your identity. The day you finally realize who you are in Christ Jesus, who you are in Him, who you are as an entrepreneur, your true self-image comes from revelation of your identity and not just a reflection of what society says or people's opinion. Not a reflection of people's opinion. So the day you find the revelation of who you are, the life begins to work for you. So, and how do you find the revelation of who you are? So, as an entrepreneur, one of the best that will help you go faster in life. It says that, but we all, with unveiled face, beholding as a mirror the glory of the Lord, and being transformed into that same image. The more you spend time with the word of truth, the more you spend time with quality people, because the quality of conversation determines the quality of your life. The quality of information you receive determines the quality of your life, because bad communication corrupt good manners. You want your life to be in a chaotic, disastrous, dark problem. Talk with people with bad communication. They always use their mouth to cause people. So you spend long time with poor people with negative opinion, your life becomes negative. The day negative will leave your life, good things start happening to you. Tell me the day bad people live your life, good things start happening to you. The only way to pursue bad people for your life is give them knowledge. Tell knowledge. They will run away. You know why they will run away? In my popular scripture, Proverbs 1:22c, it says, fools hate knowledge. Fools do what? Hate knowledge. So how you want to pursue a foolish person from your life? Give him knowledge, he will run away. They hate it. They hate it. So the day bad people live your life, foolish will live your life, good things start happening to you. The reason why good things never happen to a lot of people, because everywhere around you, you accommodate. It's not because of who knows tomorrow make you start tolerating stupid people in your life. Tell your neighbor, tomorrow is Friday. Not who knows tomorrow. You carry any mumu for your life. It's not a carry and waka. Who knows tomorrow? And somebody says this issue of we rise by raising others. Some people cannot be reasoned. Leave them alone. The more you try to rise them up, the more you feel them fall. So they are too heavy to rise. Leave some people alone. Not there. So you can see, if you can see the glory of God in the mirror. I don't mean your physical mirror. I mean the mirror of truth. You can see yourself. You'll be transformed to that image, because that is your true essence. You are becoming what you become what you behold constantly. You keep beholding quality things. Read about successful people, wealthy people, Bible, study about yourself. You become, write it on your note. Let's put like to round up today's class. You become what you behold constantly. You become what you behold constantly. You become what you behold constantly. That's why we travel to give ourselves incidents. We travel to give our brain new thought, expose our brain to abundance. We are not going to Dubai, Abu Dhabi, not because we have so much money to spend. We want to expose our brain to the possibilities of life. Because see, traveling is part of education. Yes or yes? Yes. Like I was battling my mind yesterday because we are trying to get a venue for our leadership retreat July. So I now had to call Transcorp Hilton at Abuja. They told me a hall of 20 people and 2 million I go pay. You know, we are trying to even discuss with Asokoro, the Wells Carlton. They're telling me the hall we used to pay 200,000 last year. Now is 1.2 million this year. And they gave me a discount of 800,000. So I'm trying to even see I can do this one. So somebody is suggesting me to go to Utako, go to village. I know they follow. I know they go anywhere. Either Asokoro or we there for Hilton, Transcorp Hilton. Yes or yes? Yes. We will pay. We will go there. Because I not just leave you, go Abuja, go there for property again. Now what for you? I must behold quality, turn on quality. If you go quality, see, AC will blow you, say, you say this one are wealth, turn on wealth. You enter with, man, I don't talk too much. Poverty bad. Poverty bad. Poverty is not your bed right. Then poverty is not my bed right. I'm calling you from A to chat. You can chat an aircraft. Somebody telling me to follow road. Are you normal? Are you normal? We still do your story. One man follow road go Abuja. Now they send them down dead on arrival. Before they drive you from here, my brother, reach Enugu, reach Lokoja. Your future don't finish for road. Before where you go, no future again. No future. You use a whole day travel from here to Abuja, my brother. You don't need die. That place will make you look older than your age. Just good morning, Oyo. Good morning, Abuja. 45 minutes. Life good. Then life is good. So, for your self-esteem to be high, you have to see yourself the way God described you. Write it down as round up to this class. For your self-esteem to be high, for your self-esteem to be high, for your self-esteem to be high, you have to see yourself the way God describes you. Bracket open, your true image. For your self-esteem to be high, if you want it to be high, for your self-esteem to be high, comma, you have to see yourself the way God describes you. Bracket open, your true self-image, your true image. If you don't see yourself the way God sees you, my brother, society will give you another image. And that image, my brother, nothing will come out of it. Little or nothing. For your self-esteem to be high, comma, you have to see yourself the way God describes you. Underline the word describe. Bracket open, your true image. Don't look at the wrong mirror of life and describe yourself based on circumstances. Of course, with your physical height, weight, shape, other people's opinion, financial status, or to tell you, or by the way people other people describe you. So don't look at the wrong mirror of life. The wrong mirror of life is when you define yourself based on circumstances, based on your size, based on your weight, based on your shape, based on your financial status. That is the wrong mirror. But let's put it as round of the last statement. The wrong mirror of life. The wrong mirror of life. The wrong mirror of life. The wrong mirror of life is the mirror of circumstances. The mirror of circumstances, your size, your shape, other people's opinion, your financial status, etc. That's the wrong mirror of life. Never you define yourself. Even though you're a billionaire, okay, that's the wrong mirror. You can become a trillionaire. You can become more, very much more, much more. The wrong mirror of life are the mirrors of circumstances, size, shape, other people's opinion, financial status, what people say about you that you don't like. All wrong mirrors of life. That is not who you are. Your true self is the spiritual essence. The true self is to look at the right mirror, which is the word of truth, and define yourself based on the word of truth, the way God described you as an entrepreneur. You will do fine. We have not started yet. I told you, subscribe to the world. Me, I'm not. You think I've made money? No, I've not made money. I haven't started to make money. Now I want the thing. You feel like, no, we are thinking of billions, trillions. So the only way we need to do this is to raise men. The greatest investment is investment in men. Ubon King of Blessed Memory say, want to eat your result in 3 months. Plant corn, plant maize, plant melon. You want to eat your result in a year, plant cassava, plant yam. You want to eat your result for a lifetime, plant men. Tell no men. He did that by God planted men. 12 men, he planted them. Stay with them, spend time with them. Today, everywhere you see church everywhere. Every great man you see, plant men. Define yourself by the quality of your life, the life you impact. If your life never impacts someone, my brother, you are still a small person. Until the day your result helps someone else to become successful, that day becomes significant. Significant is that success is that you have achieved what you want. Becomes significant that your result empower other men to also become successful. So today, I want to tell you that the essence of your authenticity is to describe yourself based on God's given image over your life, based on the picture or the character of God in your life, based on your spiritual essence, and not your physical status, not your bank, and not what you are passing through. Never define yourself based on what you are passing through. After Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego never defined themselves based on what they are passing through. If they did, they would have been consumed by fire. Define themselves by the image of God in their life. Daniel did not define himself by the lion he saw. Define himself by the image of God he had. The great men define themselves by they are so positive in their talk, so positive in their conversation. They are so optimistic. They are so positive that they know that they cannot just struggle. They cannot just, even though they are struggling, they get positive words because that's how you be justified. By having a right self-concept. The way you think, your self-image, the way you see yourself, and your self-esteem, the way you estimate your worth, the way you estimate yourself, your values, and of course, and you place on yourself determines how others will place value on you. That's the best we can take today. Online community, don't get involved in a business without a mentor. You know why? Mentorship is a legal shortcut to success. He that stands on the shoulder of mentors will see far. See you tomorrow. See you at the top. Have a wonderful day, please. And that is the best we can take today. God bless you. Shalom. Okay, for the rest of us, I want to be sure